Okay, welcome back, fight fans. Today we've got a wild one. We're delving into a crazy 12-round intense battle, one that's etched in the history books and probably one that most people haven't seen, so leave a comment if you have. This is a clash between David Tua and Ibeabuchi, and there's a dark twist because one of these guys would go on to serve a 20-year stint behind bars. We'll be unpacking this twisted ending at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around till then. And there are a lot of devastating blows in this one, so it's not for the faint-hearted, but if you're still here, let's dive in and watch it.
On June 7, 1997, in Sacramento, California, the Samoan Twister, David Tua, clashed with the previously little-known Nigerian boxer Ibeabuchi, nicknamed the President. On this evening, fans witnessed an unexpected instant classic. Ike possessed remarkable physical attributes, standing at 74 inches tall and weighing in at 231 pounds. With not an ounce of excess fat, wins followed one after another, and the young heavyweight began to attract the attention of fans and boxing experts. As a pro, the Nigerian collected quite a good record. No losses, 16 wins, 12 of them by knockout. But few knew that even then, Ike had outbreaks of aggression towards trainers and sparring partners. He had attempted suicide, which already indicated mental problems. Despite his impressive record, Ibeabuchi was much less known than Tua. Commentators even had to practice pronouncing his name correctly.
Standing up for 12 rounds. Oh, that was gonna say.
Tua tries to finish.
Clear favorite of the fight was David, a guy with a monstrously powerful punch, was considered the heir to Mike Tyson and Rocky Marciano.
La derecha, acompañando otra más de David Tua. Uppercut, derecha.
He entered the ring with a record of 27-0, with 23 wins by knockout, having defeated John Ruiz and Oleg Maskaev.
Throw back in his head on that one. The sky up is out.
He was even called the next Mike Tyson, but even Mike Tyson himself never had to participate in such a grueling 12-round battle. Ibeabuchi was also an undefeated boxer, but he had hardly faced any top opponents. These two heavyweights, both approaching their peak, both men in top physical shape, were ready to go through anything to get to the other side and pick up the victory. It was non-stop action, hammer and tongue style from round one to the final bell.
His blood's in the second round.
Out there on the edge of his jab. People in David Tua's camp, no longer a better boxer.
Ibeabuchi starting very fast.
In combinations. Uppercut for Ibeabuchi. Tua not getting.
It was the kind of fight where, upon watching it, upon being moved by it, the thought that both men were giving too much reared its head in the mind of the viewer.
The Tua.
The fighter Jim early in the fight and throw a lot of punches because he's good left hook.
Ibeabuchi just a little bit low, but Tua had referee Lou Filippo block. Big left hook. Tua blocking a right hand, and now
Ibeabuchi managed to surprise his more star-studded opponent from the get-go. The Nigerian fearlessly moved forward, delivering a record number of punches for the heavyweight division, 91 in the first round, 91 in the second, and 95 in the third.
Powerful men pounding on each other at this stage of the show.
here's the go.
So that's what makes Tua. Ibeabuchi is very impressive to this point.
Tua weighed in at 226, Ibeabuchi at 235. You have to figure they both gained a little weight since then. When they lean against each other, Buchi again threw 91 punches in round two, so he's consistent.
Ibeabuchi cleverly avoided to his main weapon, the devastating left hook.
By defense. So far, it is Ibeabuchi trying to bob into position to land that left hook. So Tua goes to the right.
However, the Samoan wasn't discouraged. He relied on precision, hoping for one decisive blow.
On the East Coast that you got two big heavyweights, David Tua, and so far now Tua begins.
With each round, the activity of the massive boxers only increased. Both gradually forgot about caution.
He's saying that Ibeabuchi hits on Tua gets desperate. You might see more and more unforced errors. You need more body punching to do that. Working on.
I sense that Ibeabuchi is slowing down.
In the fifth round, Ibeabuchi fell victim to Tua's crowning blow, barely holding his ground after taking a hit.
He is thinking, why is he talking about something?
Here we see Tua starting to work with his left hook. The body shots, get in a couple of good shots, his best shots of the fight so far.
And Ibeabuchi answers with left hooks of his own. Now they begin to trade.
A big offensive line going against a big defensive line. A lot of rhythm.
The Nigerian responded with another flurry of jabs and hooks, some of which found their mark.
Sacramento. Starting to get some room to work.
The athletes completely abandoned pauses, tirelessly trying to beat each other.
As Ibeabuchi defeats here in round 6, one punch at a time with a left hook.
By the middle of the match, Ike slowed down and Tua stepped up, but by the 7th round, the fighters were evenly matched in activity.
You see David going to that hard hook. Ibeabuchi enters the ring.
Point in his career.
The relentlessness of Tua.
Curtis Coates told us about Ike Ibeabuchi more now in the last 2 rounds. Good hard right hand to the body. Tua landed the counter right hand in return. And being done by the hard punching New Zealander, David. Right hand. That the left hook is increasingly there.
Coach one left in him.
Jump on him. And was Tua so conscious of aggression with the right hand.
The statistics counted a unique number. The opponents landed around 2,000 punches. Such a result had never been seen in the history of heavyweight boxing. Tua and Ibeabuchi even surpassed the famous Thrilla in Manila when Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier landed 1,500 punches over 14 rounds. Only 23 years later, the record of Tua Ibeabuchi was surpassed by Adam Kaunaki and Chris Ariella.
Solid left hook by Tua.
Bigger, heavier.
And right hands over the top as he has Ibeabuchi. Middle segment seemed to belong to Tua. Both fighters have had their moments in the left. Great combination by Tua. Comes out punching to begin the 11th. First of our 2 fights tonight, Larry. Despite all the hard punches that have been landed, Ibeabuchi emerging as a star himself. Just as he did against Maskayev in his own retake.
Amazingly, even at the end of the 12-round battle, the pace hardly dropped. Ibeabuchi, having taken several heavy blows, continued to dominate the ends of the rounds, thanks to his unique activity.
fact, as I turn to look at the punch counters, they assure me Ibeabuchi deserves just as much. Tua looking for...
Tua continued to unleash his cannons, obviously not counting on winning by judges' decision.
An explosive left hook by Tua, and Tua again, and again.
At the end of the extremely tense battle, all three judges awarded the victory to the Nigerian boxer. Thus, Ibeabuchi went from an unknown fighter to one of the most sought after. But unfortunately, after that, he didn't fight again for 13 months. Problems outside the ring, serious problems outside the ring, became an obstacle to the further rise of his career. The sensational victory had a devastating effect on Ibeabuchi. He gave too much in the fight, and his brain suffered trauma that went undetected by any scan. He was always a bit eccentric, but after the grueling 12 rounds with Tua, he seemed to spiral into madness. Perhaps it was the heavy blows he took. He complained of headaches, started hearing voices from the air conditioner, saw evil spirits and demons everywhere, and became prone to sudden bursts of aggression. I genuinely believed he was the president of the world, all the while managing to win fights in the ring. Soon, Ibeabuchi found himself embroiled in several major scandals. Unfortunately, it all ended with him behind bars, shortly after knocking out Chris Bird in 1999, a knockout that's hard to watch. He was convicted of numerous assaults and sentenced to 20 years in prison. I applied for parole several times, but was denied each time. He didn't walk free until 2015. The undefeated boxer wanted to continue his career, but violated the terms of his probation and ended up back behind bars. Tua fought on for several years, but never managed to win a world title. It's astonishing to realize that both Tua and Ibeabuchi never fully realized their potential. But when we look back at the magic Ibeabuchi and Tua gave us a quarter of a century ago, nothing can diminish the spectacle that these two unleashed.